Week 19 was one heck of a week. Guess who lost 3.1 pounds? Yep, me. Hi everyone, my name is Chris Martin. Welcome to Keto with me. All right, let's talk about the results. So as I mentioned, I lost 3.1 pounds. That puts me at 58.6 total loss to date. So I'm creeping right up on that 60 mark. You know, that makes my weight currently 175.8. I love it being like in the middle of the 170s now, because now when I do my daily weigh-ins, there's no chance of me seeing a 1.8 on one day, you know, just where your weight kind of goes up and down a little bit over the week. So that's super exciting. So if you follow my diary series, you know I track a lot more than just my weight. It's, you know, I track things like my sleep. As I mentioned in past videos, that, you know, I've been averaging, you know, pretty close to 8 hours sleep, you know, uninterrupted sleep at night. So that's just one of those fantastic things to be able to say that, you know, besides the weight and everything else that keto brings along, that's one of the other things you can look forward to. So again, if you watch my past videos, you know I like to do a lot of long fast. I had I believe a break for a week or two on some long fast. I even you know, went from doing 9 consecutive 72-hour fast, you know, then doing like 2 48s, you know, and then a couple, you know, a week or two break. And now I'm excited to announce that I've actually done my 10th 72-hour fast. That's a huge milestone for me. I mean, one, just getting back into the long fast, you know, and two, doing 10 of those 72-hour fasts. And as I mentioned, you know, I'm going to continue to do these, you know, probably until I get to my goal weight. You know, it does help some, you know, with the weight loss, which I love. It locks it in really good. But the real reason that I do it is for all the other things that, you know, fasting brings with it. And there's, you know, we'll talk about that in another video. If you've watched my diary series, then you know that I do I focus on a clean/dirty keto eating style, meaning that, you know, most of the food I'm looking to eat is, you know, whole foods or very low ingredient foods, you know, cooked with, you know, non-vegetable type of oils, you know, non-seed based type of oils, you know, and so forth. So also what makes me very successful, you know, on my journey and been able to lose 58 pounds to date, you know, almost 59, is that, you know, I track. I mean, you know, if you could see everything I have written down on here, I have that tracking. I have my little sheets that I track it on. I also have, you know, the chronometer app that I track into, and I also do track some additional numbers inside of a spreadsheet. And, you know, you take, you know, doing that along with, you know, other things that I focus on, such as, you know, less than 20 carbs, you know, targeting, you know, macros for ketos, you know, to be, you know, a certain range. All that helps me be successful. So, all right, let's get to these other numbers. So what did I mean by other numbers? Well, you know, things I track in addition to, you know, like I said, the detail of the food and stuff like that, is I track, you know, the macro percent. I track the actual number of carbs. I track, you know, blood glucose and ketones and stuff like that. So let me just run through the list here real quick. So I'll look off on the screen to do this. So for week 19, my average carbs for the 5 days that I did eat was 17. That's really good because that falls right under my, you know, 20 carbs a day. Now, keep in mind, I did have a day that was like 20.6. So don't worry about it if you have a day that goes up a little bit. Your goal is, you know, whatever you choose your carb target, you know, try to shoot for that. But if you don't sweat it. It's, you know, it's not worth getting, you know, all bent out of shape and throwing everything off. Anyway, moving on to the macro percents. My macro percents for week 19 were fantastic. 77% of the food I ate was fat. You know, 4% was carbs and 19% was, you know, protein. So I'm, you know, if you know what the standard keto macros are, it's 75%, 5%, and 20%, you know, fat, carb, protein. You know, so that's what I'm shooting for, and you see that I, you know, exceeded all those. My blood glucose, which, you know, for me, tracking blood glucose is important because it helps me, you know, first of all, if you'd known what it was to begin with, you know, like in the 1-teens, now it's averaging down around 80. So specifically for that week, it was 79 for the week. My ketones, you know, were 2.1 for that week, and the previous week they were 2.1. So, you know, I'm maintaining good solid, you know, ketones, you know, on my journey. So it tells you, like, you know, I am doing everything I need to do, to live the keto lifestyle. Also, if you know what Dr. Boz's ratio is, my Dr. Boz's ratio is 41 for that week, and previously it was 43, the previous week. So I do other things besides, just, the food stuff. I also do some meditation. That's, more of a personal goal for me. So I do a couple 5-minute meditations, each day, and that just kind of helps me relax and, get into the right state of mind and so forth. So if you get a chance, you'll want to check out my week 19 diary series, which is like the detailed version of what I'm talking about right now. And in there, I have all the meals, every detail, what I ate, when I ate it, when I broke my fast, how long my fasts were each day, and so forth. So some of the meals I had for that week is, I had what we call breakfast for dinner. I know a lot of people do this. I had an omelet, I had with bacon and sausage on the side, as well. And then salmon patties. Salmon patties are one of those recipes that I love to make. Now I juice it up a little bit to keep it from being high protein. I add additional like mayo and some other stuff, just kind of get it up higher. And then one of those other the 5 days that I ate, I had leftover, so I ate a little bit of, the 2 previous days. And then on Saturday, I believe, of that week, we had, hot dog and coney sauce. So, just the hot dog itself, and then we made our own coney sauce, and we had a salad in addition to, actually, it's not salad, it's asparagus on my notes here. So we had asparagus with, cooked in oil and, sprinkled with some like blanched almonds and salt and stuff like that. It was just absolutely delicious. And I wrapped up the week before I started my 72-hour fast with homemade wings, buffalo sauce and salad, and I'm sure there were some leftovers that were thrown in, with that. All right, that's it for my week 19 results. Thanks for watching today's video. Please like and subscribe so you can keto with me, and also to get updates on, future weeks. I'm about ready to cross the 60 mark here, so that's very, very exciting. Also, if you have any comments or questions, don't hesitate to leave them down below. Just remember, nobody's perfect. Be a coach, not a critic, and take care, folks.